Hey guys, it's TechGenie back again with another video. So if you don't know, last week we did do the full unboxing of the UE Boom 2. So before you watch this video, head over there and watch us unbox it and then come back here and you can continue us doing a full comprehensive review of this cool speaker. So without any further ado, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so we've had this UE Boom speaker for about a week now. We unboxed it last week, so we've had some pretty good time with it, working the pros and cons. And to be honest with you, there aren't very many cons with this thing. It is an incredibly good speaker. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically just going to take you around the speaker, talk a little bit about the pros and cons as I'm going through it, and then hopefully you can kind of get a good idea about the speaker. Okay, so obviously the first thing to start off with is the 360-degree speaker. So as you can see, this kind of blue mesh is going all the way around the speaker, which means you get sound whichever way you're standing around the speaker, which is really nice. So if you can put it in the middle of a room and you can hear sound regardless of where you're standing around the speaker. Okay, so then the second thing that I really like about this speaker is these big plus and minus buttons here. So you don't have to be super intelligent to work out what these are for. Turn up the volume with the big plus and then turn it down with the little, or with the big minus. So you can adjust the volume while holding it in your hand. Definitely really quite nice buttons there. Okay, so looking on the top, we have got two buttons. So the small button is basically press it in order to connect to your phone or tablet via Bluetooth. And then the middle button, you press it and that turns it on, and obviously press it again, it turns it off. It makes a cool little noise when you turn it on, so I'll turn it on now so you can hear what it sounds like. Okay, so that's what it sounds like when you turn the speaker on, and then obviously when you turn it off it's going to make a noise as well. Looking at the bottom of the speaker, we've got full waterproofness. I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Full waterproofing. And then we've got these two little ports at the bottom. These are covered by this little plastic or rubber kind of cap. You can take this cap off if it does get in your nerves, which is understandable really. You just take off the back here, and then you unscrew the lanyard, and then you can just take off the piece of plastic, which is really nice. So this port here is a aux lead, so if you don't have Bluetooth capabilities on your phone, then you can connect to it via aux lead. Okay, then the other side is the micro USB port, which is obviously how you charge the device. And then, as I said, you just have to click these back into place and it makes the ports fully waterproof, so you can submerge this thing underwater and it'll work just fine. Now this little black hook in the middle is just basically you can attach a lanyard to it. So if you're doing some extreme sports like cliff jumping while holding a UE Boom 2, you're not going to lose it underwater, you've got it hooked onto your hand. So that's basically what it's for, or you can stick it onto a rucksack or something, hang upside down, which is really nice. Okay, so then the next brilliant thing about this is the form factor. I think it is designed specifically to be the same size as a water bottle, so it fits really nicely in your hand, slots into your bag, and doesn't take up too much room. Okay, so talking about the build quality and the design of this, personally I think it's a really nice design. You've got this nice big band down the middle with these nice big buttons. You can get it in lots of different colours, get it in red, white, blue, loads of different selections. So if this colour in this video isn't for you, just head over to their website and they've got lots of different colours. There are more alternatives than this one. It doesn't weigh too much, but it's got some good weight behind it, so it kind of feels good high quality. It feels really strong and robust, so this you can like knock it and bash it about a bit and it's still perfectly fine. So this was built mainly for like an outdoors kind of rugged speaker, fully waterproof. You can kind of knock it about and it doesn't really affect it, it still works pretty well. Okay, so then the final thing that I want to talk to you about this speaker is of course the sound quality. Now these clips I'm going to put into the video about now were recorded on the audio from the camera, so they're just kind of giving you a little bit of a representation of what it sounds like. But definitely if you're comparing the volume from your iPad speakers as we did and the UE Boom 2, then I would say the UE Boom 2 is on par with a set of stereo speakers. It is absolutely incredible. So this is a little brief comparison. As you can probably hear, the iPad speakers are a little bit tinny and they lack bass, but as soon as you connect the UE Boom 2 to it, there's just a completely different change in sound quality. You get so much dynamic range, you get loud, quiet, you get all the bass, you get the treble. It's an incredible speaker for the size of it. Okay, so as I said earlier, I would put this on par with a set of stereo speakers. We did do a test off camera comparing it to the set of speakers we've got in our setup. So those are pretty good big speakers, so you're going to expect them to be really good. And to be honest, this UE Boom 2 was pretty much on par with those speakers. It's incredible what kind of volume and range and everything that this speaker does. So in terms of sound quality, I would give it a perfect 10 out of 10 for a Bluetooth speaker. It is absolutely incredible. However, with every good speaker there are a few cons. There aren't many, and I actually had to work quite hard to find any problems with this speaker. The first being the price. So this is a pretty pricey Bluetooth speaker. It's around £180. I think you can also get it cheaper elsewhere and more expensive, so it does vary all over the internet, but that is kind of the general price, and the price I think that they're pricing it at on their website. Okay, so the second problem with this speaker is, if you don't know, you can like tap it once or tap it a couple of times on the top of the speaker, like where the two buttons are at the top, and you can kind of skip songs and do some cool functionality stuff there. But because it is light sensitive, you do have to kind of push it down quite a bit with your hand and make sure it's completely cupped over so that it doesn't get any light to it, so it skips song. I would have preferred it maybe to be pressure sensitive, so it can kind of sense a bit of a knock and then it can change song. That would have been a really nice feature to include in there, but the light sensor does work, but sometimes it doesn't work as well as you would hope it to, which is a bit annoying, which means you've just got to go over to your phone and change it, but not too much of a problem. It's just a little bit of annoying if you've got a feature that you can't really use to its full ability. Okay, so then the final kind of problem with this speaker is it does time out occasionally. So if you're playing the music and then you pause it and you, I don't know, go and make a cup of tea or something because you're in England and that's what you do in your spare time, then it's going to time out on you when you're not playing music. I think it's to preserve battery, so it kind of like goes into standby mode, but it's a bit annoying because you've got to connect it to Bluetooth again. And that brings me on to kind of like the battery life. It says 15 hours on the box. To be honest, it's pretty accurate. You can get basically a full day out of using this thing, maybe a little bit more, maybe a day and a half, depending on how vigorously you're pumping out music and God knows what else you can do with this thing. But the battery life is pretty consistent, pretty good, on par with a lot of other Bluetooth speakers. So I wouldn't say that's a massive like great bonus about this speaker. I wouldn't go out and buy it just because of its battery life, but I would say that it's definitely a decent set of battery life for a portable speaker. Okay guys, and thus concludes our full comprehensive review of the speaker. I don't think I've missed anything out. If I have, then don't forget to leave a kind of little note in the comment section so you can kind of tell other people what you think about the speaker as well. So that would be really cool. If you've got any other suggestions for videos, definitely leave those down in the comments. If you don't know already, we do run another channel called Blog Brothers. I say this in every single video, I feel like I'm going mad, but Blog Brothers, we do vlogs, montages, videos, cinematography, all that kind of stuff. There'll be links down below in the description. First link down there, so just head over to the channel over there. We're on 61 subscribers. Let's see if we can push it up to 100, that'll be brilliant. Okay, so thanks for watching guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe and all that cool jazz. So if you did enjoy the video, leave a thumbs up and we'll see you in the next video guys. Live long and prosper.